Do you know about this Buddha and Elon Musk paradox? The Buddha Elon Musk paradox. Should I save up some money and just move to Thailand, chill out and lay on the beach like Buddha? Is that the meaning of life? Is that how I will find true happiness? Or I should be like Elon Musk and hustle hard, start companies, work around the clock, make a ton of money and help build a better tomorrow for the world? Is my career worthwhile? Am I passionate about my work? Am I wasting my time? How can I achieve happiness? All these questions are symptoms of striking a balance between Buddha and Elon Musk, between being Zen and being a shark, between complacency and ambition, between meditation retreat and work binges trying to solve the world's problems. There are many uncertainties people have about their life. They are rooted in finding a balance between Buddha and Elon Musk. So this is the part 1 of 3-part series of Buddha versus Elon Musk paradox. Buddha versus Elon Musk. Failing is an option here. If you are not failing, you are not innovating enough. That's from Elon Musk. Elon Musk sold his first company, PayPal, for over $1 billion. That's enough to retire on and save enough money so his grandkids never have to work a single day. But he didn't retire. Instead, he used all of his proceeds to start 3 more companies. Now, he's working on taking humans to Mars. To be like Elon Musk is to be ambitious and have a mindset that anything is possible. Elon Musk will always push for a better tomorrow and never be satisfied, but always be stressed, striving to get better. Buddha, on the other hand, spent 49 days meditating at the age of 35. It was then that he found enlightenment and dedicated the rest of his life to teaching others how to do the same. Being like Buddha is accepting reality and having the mindset that everything is always good no matter what. Being Buddha means seeing the positive in all the situations and generally being happy and content no matter what. Always having enough, always thinking positively, always thinking the glass is half full and taking pleasures in small things. This is quite different from somebody like Tony Robbins or the Wolf on Wall Street, who is more like Elon Musk. They are rarely satisfied. They are wildly ambitious and they will do whatever it takes to achieve success or solve important problems. Striking the perfect balance. A study done at Princeton University proved that people with above average income are relatively satisfied with their lives but are barely happier than others in moment-to-moment experience, tend to be more tense and do not spend more time in particularly enjoyable activities. There are many people that won't be happy even if they have it all. A huge business, a big house, fancy cars, etc. doesn't guarantee happiness. Now, conversely, I know some people who can be happy with anything. They can be happy sitting on a beach somewhere while being poor or even all alone without any friends or relationships. The downside of this is you don't necessarily create anything. You don't make much contribution to society. You don't set goals, and without goals, you don't progress. Some people may find it boring and they may not be content in these situations. For them, they have this desire to create something and progress equal happiness. But sometimes their current progress isn't enough, leaving them unsatisfied. In college, I kept myself insanely busy all the time and I barely had time to think. I would be at work all day and by night I would either be networking or working even more. The only time you'd find me in my apartment was if I was going to sleep. On the weekends, I'd still be working or studying. Even it wasn't required by school or work. I felt like I had to be doing something. This period of my time flew by. It was very stressful and a lot of aspects in my life suffered as a result. I didn't have the best social life during this time and I wasn't able to focus on my physical or mental health. I wasn't able to study and learn about important things outside of work. Yes, I achieved some material success and bulked up my resume, but it come with downsides. I was being more like Elon Musk and not at all like Buddha. Fast forward to 2019 when I was able to enjoy some fruits of my labor. I have been working for 40 hours a week, which to me wasn't much relative to my earlier working habits. I was able to enjoy an adjustable work schedule as well as a flexible location as to where I work. I could work from almost anywhere and I could choose my own hours. So this gave me the opportunity to be more like Buddha. Buddha. I was able to gain some self-knowledge and relax a little bit because I could take time to relax whenever I needed a break. I was able to listen to myself, think, and really get to know myself better. I've also been able to learn about things that interest me outside of work. I've studied psychology, which has been extremely beneficial in helping me think and see the world. It has helped me to think about bigger and more impactful issues than just my personal finances and my immediate visions. I have grown extremely grateful for what I have, and I have learned to focus on that more often. This has helped me release a lot of anxiety, focus on the task at hand, and be a happier person overall. But while my current lifestyle is great, there are definitely some downsides. There is limited upsides in terms of how much money I can make. I can't make FU money like Elon Musk. So that FU money thing is a concept by Dan Lok. You can Google him on YouTube. I was at a lunch on a Friday afternoon and I sat across a table from someone who is more like Elon Musk than I have been lately. He has spent his entire career working long hours in banking and private equity and is now a co-founder of a company, and he's very successful. Despite his success, he seems stressed. However, he thrives off stress. He enjoys putting a team together and building a business. He's stressed, but he's happy. I have another friend who lives in central rural China, in a very rural area of China. He moved there from New York, so he's extremely Buddha right now. He has the time to read, write, and record YouTube videos. He's been studying psychology and internet marketing. I know he's happy, relaxed, and healthy. Stop listening. Everyone else comes from a different blend of Elon Musk and Buddha. Nobody knows where the healthy balance is because they haven't experienced it for themselves. Instead, we feed on everyone else's opinions. However, there are so many different opinions, biases, and sources you can be exposed to that you never really know who's right or wrong. If you are in a big city, you will notice there are lots of people who are extremely motivated and materialistic. They want money. Their sense of happiness is dependent on the amount of money they earn, and that can work for some people. Recently, I took the same blood test results to 3 different doctors. Now, my blood test results is a serious matter. We are talking about my life here. Still, I received 3 different reactions and 3 different suggestions. It's not because any of these doctors are uninformed or unintelligent. It's because they have all seen research supporting different conclusions. They all have different backgrounds, different biases, and different sources, and therefore different suggestions. I don't think any of them are necessarily wrong. It's often hard to come to clear conclusions simply because there's so much information in the world. Google almost any question and I'm sure you can find dozens of articles giving you conflicting advices. But listening to other people's advices can only get you so far. At some point, you have to figure it out for yourself, what's right and what's wrong. And we will cover that in part 2. So thank you for watching this video till the end. And if you like the video, hit that like button and subscribe our channel so that you never miss an update. Please help me share this video and comment down below how was the video. And since you have watched this video till here, I would suggest watching more videos on my channel, Advices and Stories. They are really short and they provide great insight. Thank you again and see you in next video.